I've been infected with restless whispers and cheats that manifested in words and the lies that you speak. I've been infected with restless whispers and cheats that manifested in words and the lies that you
It's a great honor to have you here. Welcome to Greece.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
How the success of Stan Smith sneaker influenced your life in all aspects?
Well, you know, it hasn't influenced that much. I mean, I've been involved with Adidas now for over 40 years, and so it's really I'm part of the family, and I feel that it's part of my life. So it's sort of natural now.
Have you ever imagined that this collaboration back in 70s would create such an iconic sneaker?
No, I mean, I think I was kind of in the right place at the right time. I was #1 in the world, and they wanted to get into the U.S. market, and so it was kind of a partnership that took place, and all of a sudden, you know, the shoes started selling well, and then it became, one of those shoes that a lot of people wanted to get, even if they weren't tennis players.
How do you perceive all this love about Stan Smith sneaker, and have you ever imagined it?
No, I really didn't imagine that, that would be a combination for a long time. I mean, I thought it might be for three to 5 years at the beginning, and then it went well. Then we continued it to go on again and again, and then it became sort of an automatic renewal because the shoe was selling well.
What values do you think Stan Smith represent?
Well, it's pretty simple. I'd say it's kind of down to earth. It's nothing real super special about it, but it just got a nice clean look and kind of a classic look. And my game was sort of a clean, classic game that I played on the tennis court. So
why do you think celebrities love so much Stan Smith sneakers?
I don't know. You know, I think again it's so simple, and you can wear it with anything. And it being so simple really gives it some, a specialness about it. You know, any major color around it.
Which is the role of celebrities in spreading the noble ideas, the good ideas of Stan Smith philosophy?
Well, it's fun to see them do that. It's fun to see the celebrities like it. You know, I've met a lot of them now that have worn it for a long time. It's not just now when we're trying to promote it, but it's really a shoe that they've worn for a long time and they've liked it. And it's amazing how many different people have worn the shoe when they were younger. Then as they got a little older, they continue to wear the shoe. And then now we see a lot of young people seeing the shoe for the first time.
Which is the most interesting, the most crazy outfit combination that you'd ever imagine with a Stan Smith?
I don't know. I've seen people wearing it with, I know that a big gala function, they had 7 guys came with their black tuxedos, and they're all wearing the shoe. But I've seen people, I played a guy that actually crossed out my name on the shoe when we were playing and put his logo of his company on the shoe. Because he liked the shoe, but he didn't like, what the company's shoe was, and so that was pretty odd. And I remember losing to a guy the first time that was wearing my shoe. I didn't think it was correct that he should beat me if he was wearing my shoe.
How many Stan Smith sneakers do you have in your wardrobe?
Well, I don't know. I haven't ever counted them, but I probably have about 40 or so in my closet.
Have you ever thought to create a completely different, a completely new sneaker for tennis all these years, except from Stan Smith?
Well, you know, the shoe business is kind of interesting, and certainly in tennis, they've done wonders for making the shoe better to play tennis. And Adidas has always been at the forefront of shoes. You know, whether it's football shoes or tennis shoes or basketball shoes. Adi Dassler, as a matter of fact, was the guy that was a shoemaker, a boot maker, and he loved to make boots that would help performance. And it was his son really, and Robert Hayet from France that designed my shoe. And it really hasn't changed too much since then. So it's not the ideal shoe now to play tennis in, but it's great to hang out in the mall.
Have the technical characteristics of Stan Smith sneakers changed through years?
Not really. There's a few things that changed. That the shoe comes up a bit higher than the original shoe, and there's a hole here to keep the tongue from moving around too much. But pretty much the shoe is pretty much what it was like when it was first created. It's amazing.
Are there any other products that are under the label Stan Smith?
Well, you know, I had a racket made by Wilson, and I had a racket made by Fisher, which made skis as well. And then Adidas has made a few kind of shoes and not shoes but shirts and track suits like this, and just recently made a watch that has my name on it. So it and I've had my name on some other clothing too.
Let's talk about Greece now. It's your first time here in Greece?
No, I've been here 2 other times, and so I'm familiar with it. I was here before the Olympics, and I was also here for a day on the way to Australia one time, coming from Israel. So I stopped off here and saw a little bit of Greece.
Are you aware of the fact that the Greeks are huge fans of Stan Smith sneakers?
Well, I really didn't know that until I got here this trip, so I'm very pleased to know that that's the case.
And let's talk about music. What kind of music do you listen to, and what kind of music is the perfectly ideal to influence you in your designs and in your work?
Well, I think I really lean towards a soft rock type of music, and I even like classical music too. I used to play the piano when I was a young guy, so I really enjoyed music of all different types. So it's great to see tennis played in slow motion to music, and you see the ones that are really graceful and who's not so graceful. But certainly if you saw Roger Federer today playing to music, it would be probably a nice classical music. The way he plays is so smooth and effortless.
Can you name an artist that fits very well, fits ideally in Stan Smith philosophy?
I don't know offhand. Bob Dylan might be a guy who was very creative in his own right, and he wrote what he really thought, and that's what I would think about with my shoe.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you here, and let's enjoy your stay here in Greece.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.